your host.
I'm Professor Jeffrey Dim, and I'm here today to talk to you about a very serious disease that I have and that you can only catch in Shikoku, Japan. It's called Ohenrobyo, and one catches it by literally traveling around Shikoku and visiting the 88 temples of the Shikoku Ohenro pilgrimage. Unlike other pilgrimages, which take you to one destination and then you return home, such as the Hajj to Mecca, or the Camino de Santiago to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela, the Ohenro is an endless loop around Shikoku, so once you enter, you just go around and around. It is the circulatory nature of the Ohenro that entraps the pilgrim in an endless, lifelong pilgrimage known as Ohenrobyo, or more aptly, pilgrimage addiction. For 2 years, I wasn't able to travel to Japan because of COVID. When I was finally able to get to the land of the rising sun, one of the first things I did was rent a car and travel around the Shikoku pilgrimage. I was completely revitalized and energized as my Ohenro addiction saved me from the COVID blues. What unifies the pilgrimage is not the type of Buddhism practiced at the temples, but an 8th century monk known as Kobodaishi, who is one of the monumental figures of Japanese history. One can travel the Ohenro on foot, by bicycle, on a motorcycle, by car, by taxi, and by bus. There is no single way nor correct way to do the pilgrimage. One can start at any temple and can travel either clockwise or counterclockwise around the island. In 2018, I walked the Ohenro. Though it was physically demanding, I loved the adventure of it all. There was something about experiencing the world at a walking pace, with daily objectives of getting from A to B. When walking the pilgrimage, however, the focus is often not on the temples themselves, but the space between the temples, the roads and trails one walks. Roughly 100,000 people a year go on a Shikoku pilgrimage, with the vast majority going on bus tours. Some bus tours visit all 88 temples in one go, but most break up the pilgrimage into 4 to 12 segments over a year. For bus pilgrims, the focus is on the temples and not the roads, as bus pilgrims tend to spend much more time at the temples and delve deeper into the temple rituals. With a bus pilgrimage, everything is taken care of. One doesn't have to worry about where one will spend the night or where their next meal will be. In traveling by car, one can travel at one's own pace and can eat and stay wherever they want, but unlike a bus tour, one has to actually do the driving. Though every pilgrim engages with the pilgrimage for different reasons, there is a communal bond amongst those traveling around the Ohenro that is incomparable. When I'm on the Ohenro trail, be that by foot, in a rent-a-car, or sitting on a bus, even if just for a day, once I put on my white pilgrim's coat, I enter a sacred time and space that I always find deeply comforting. As with many addictions, it is that craving for inner tranquility and euphoric bliss that propels one in an endless pursuit of that next hit. For me, that next hit is being anywhere in Shikoku along the Ohenro pilgrimage. So visit Shikoku and try the Ohenro, and maybe you too will catch Ohenrobyo. At the very least, it will cure your COVID blues.